Thank you, everybody. So, introduction. I'm Andy Smith, founder and CEO of Cellular and NewMed. I'm a therapy expert, a PEMF therapy expert and speaker. And today, as we're talking about is synergistic power of PEMF, how to stack it with other biohacks. So you guys are probably all using other biohacks at the moment, and we'll talk about that now and how you can get the most out of them. So just to start, a quick show of hands, really, for anybody in here that's ever used a sauna. Most of you, hopefully. Ice bath. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and then PEMF. Oh, it's actually quite surprising numbers. Good. Definitely less PEMF usually with people compared to saunas and ice baths. It's so underutilized, and for me, PEMF therapy is like one of the best therapies you can do, and we'll talk about that and why, and how you can stack it to different therapies. So it's not about just using PEMF therapy on its own, but it's about how you can use it with other therapies. A very quick introduction to me and who I am and why I'm up here. I had a health challenge when I was 25 years old, so 37 now, so it's like 12, 13 years ago. I was running around, running white, burning the candle at both ends. In Australia at the time, I got really sick. I had a pain in my stomach, which I later found out was an infection that nearly turned into sepsis. The infection was operated on, they took the infection out, but thereafter was like a 6 months worth of antibiotics and painkillers, spiral of I wasn't able to work. I'd gone from someone that was young, fit and healthy, and into a world of just the medical system. I'd learned about PEMF therapy at a different exhibition before, and what I did was I was kind of at wit's end. I bought in a PEMF therapy from Germany to see if that would help. The results for me were completely life-changing, and that sparked the journey that ultimately led to Cellular, which we'll come through. So the journey for me, this is the first device I had, and this is what a PEMF device generally kind of looks like, is you've got a full-body mat which you lay on. You can put it on a sofa or bed, and you don't have to derobe for it. Started with one device. I set up a company called NewMed to sell many PEMF devices into the UK. So we wanted to be a one-stop shop of PEMF therapy here, because it's really difficult for me to get the product in from Germany, get it through customs, no one knew what it was. So we became quickly the UK's leading provider for PEMF therapy. Now we're an award-winning brand. My mission still hasn't changed. It's to make PEMF therapy more accessible and to make people understand what PEMF therapy is. The growth has been fueled by my personal passion because it helped me, it saved me, and I want people to understand where it's come from. So just a little bit about what PEMF therapy is for anybody that is completely new to PEMF therapy. Pulsed electromagnetic fields is what it stands for. Typically, if you've got a good PEMF system, this is what the coils will look like inside. So PEMF therapy tends to be quite expensive, and the reason for that is you need decent copper, lots of it, to create a magnetic field. It goes all the way back to Nikola Tesla creating electromagnetic fields. The copper cores inside the device, you can see them here, inside mats. They create this magnetic field. They're completely non-invasive, and they pass through clothing, skin, and bones, so you don't have to derobe, jump in an ice bath with these things. You can use them literally on your sofa, in front of the TV, in front of Love Island, if that's your thing. They stimulate the cells, so they work on the body on a cellular level. So it's like charging the battery. So now we have those mobile phones, and you put it on a wireless charger. So you put the two together, there's an energy transfer, which helps to charge your phone. It's very similar to doing PEMF therapy. So you're able to recharge the ATP in the cells in the body. Low to medium and high intensities, which we'll talk about. Just to categorize what PEMF device is, because you might have seen them out there, they might look a bit different. This one here, which I'm using at the moment, is a portable PEMF device, and you can plug this in, just like this one here, you can plug this into a full body mat. These you tend to see in homes, home users. They're for a daily hack, so you can use it alongside other things. And the higher intensities tend to be bigger systems like this. This is the controller. You've got applicators. These ones you can actually feel working. For something with PEMF therapy, especially in the lower intensities, you can't feel anything. What I like to do is show people the fields. So if I hold that near my mic, you should be able to hear that the closer you get to this, the stronger the magnetic field is. The further away you get, it's a bit weaker. And it's not influenced by the body. So if I put this behind me, you can still hear that the magnetic field is coming through the body. So not like red light therapy where you have to expose skin and it's absorbed by the body, red light and near infrared, it only has a certain penetration depth. PEMF therapy will go through the body, and this has about a 2-meter radius from it. How does PEMF influence the body? Recharges itself through ATP, super effective at reducing inflammation. There's thousands and thousands of studies that link PEMF therapy to how it helps to reduce the inflammation, and we'll show you that with the cells in a minute. Improves circulation, detoxification, and oxygen delivery again, which is something I'll show you on the next slide. Calms the nervous system, promotes deeper sleep, prepares the body to perform at its best. So we've got so many different people using PEMF therapy, whether it's just to influence better sleep, whether it's to recover better, whether it's to perform better. PEMF therapy can be used in many different aspects. 80% of our customers tend to come to us because they're chronically sick, which is not really where we market the product. It's because, like myself, when you're in a healing crisis and you can't find something, that's generally when people tend to discover PEMF therapy. So this is my blood. We were able to get this picture from sitting on my desk for 8 hours, surrounded by Wi-Fi in front of my laptop. So I consider myself quite healthy, active, and I didn't expect to see this blood, but that's what the world we're kind of living in is doing to us insides. 10 minutes after using a PEMF therapy mat, which is the Accelerate one that we use, so that's one of the body mats, 10 minutes and the blood was looking like this. So this is from using a dark field microscope, so you can see live blood analysis. This blood here, you're changing the charge on the outside of the cell. So a typical healthy cell will have like 70 millivolts. People that are sick or have this rouleau effect tend to have a much lower charge, and the cells will stick together and they won't travel around the body as effective. So 10 minutes and you'll get this effect, and this tends to last for about 8 hours. So it's very much like if you're doing ice bath or saunas or red light therapy, those effects won't last forever. You have to kind of put that into your routine. PEMF doesn't always replace your hacks, so we're not talking about replacing all the hacks you're using, but it can really accelerate the benefits of what you're already using. So if it's in a clinic or if you're using it yourself, most hacks work on one system. So when we talk about that, we're talking about things like ice baths work on the nervous system. Red light therapy works on the mitochondria and the energy of the cells. PEMF therapy works on a cellular level, and it works on every single cell on the body. So it's a foundational tool, which for me, again, you're looking at all these other hacks on one level, where PEMF therapy will work on everything. It's a foundation for energy recovery. It complements other hacks, and it makes your stacks more powerful, which we'll come to. So this one is one of my favorite and something I do every single day. Like without fail, I will get up and I'll do 20 minutes on my PEMF and red light therapy panel. So we were noticing through selling PEMF devices, so we make our devices in the UK, and that people were stacking our Accelerate device with their red light. So that's why we found a super good supplier for red light therapy. We got 7 wavelengths on our red lights, but putting the two together, the best thing about using PEMF therapy and red light therapy together is you are not adding any time. You can stack the two together. So it's really important. The way I sort of say to people is, if you're using red light at the moment, so you're getting up and using a red light therapy, you should be using PEMF as well. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be adding that to your stack because of the benefits it's going to do to the cells. As I mentioned, red light sparks mitochondria ATP energy, so red light therapy is really, really, really good at recharging cells. PEMF boosts the circulation of cell charge, so it actually allows those cells to separate and use that energy more effectively. So there's no point in having those energetic cells all stuck together and not being able to use them. Introduce PEMF therapy, and you'll be able to get a synergistic effect for 2. So it's ideal for energy and vitality. So if you're suffering with kind of low energy, brain fog throughout the day, PEMF and red light is incredible. Classic 1 + 1 = 3 effect. So adding in PEMF therapy, you get all the benefits of PEMF therapy. Red light therapy, you get the benefits of red light therapy, but then you get a third benefit, which is the synergistic effect of using the two together. So it's a good way of saying to people about how to make the most out of those. And my best time to use those is together. PEMF and ice bath. Obviously, you wouldn't use these at the same time, but cold resets the nervous system. Blood vessels constrict, and it's there to build resilience. PEMF therapy after can help the recovery and promote vasodilation. So once your blood vessels are constricted, you can use PEMF therapy to increase the circulation, warm up the body, and increase the vasodilation of the cells, of the blood vessels. It's then going to help you restore the nervous system balance, and it's perfect for athletes and stress release. So they're the best type of people that are going to be using this type of hack together. But for me, I'll put on there using it before or after, but for me, really, after is the best time to use PEMF therapy when you're using ice baths. PEMF and HBOT, this has the biggest profound effect, and anybody that uses a HBOT should be priming people with PEMF therapy before. And this is why we'll talk about it. So HBOT floods the body with oxygen under pressure. PEMF improves cell membrane potential and a better oxygen uptake. So we talked about the cells earlier. If you are putting people, or if you are going into a hyperbaric oxygen therapy chamber and you're either chronically sick or your blood is stuck together, you're going to deliver all that oxygen to those cells, but you're not going to be able to utilize that oxygen as effectively if your cells are like this. So just 10 minutes of PEMF therapy added to a HBOT session, you can massively improve those benefits in people that are using HBOT. So if you've got a client, if you're using HBOT on someone and you're not seeing the benefits you would hope to see, introduce 10 minutes of PEMF therapy beforehand and you see what happens. Together, there's deeper repair, regeneration, supports healing, recovery, resilience, and the synergistic effect is oxygen in, energy out to use it. I feel super zapped after I get out of a HBOT chamber. I don't know about anybody else, but you can also use PEMF therapy after to kind of re-energize yourself. PEMF in saunas. Here's a sunlight and sauna. You'll see those guys out here as well. We use our Accelerate PEMF mat inside, so you can use it, actually PEMF therapy before, during, or after saunas. Kind of good for any time. Sauna is a heat detox cardiovascular workout. So again, you're putting yourself into a really stressful state. You're putting yourself under stress and it has the reactions to sweat and to detox. PEMF supports circulation and cellular repair. It's going to combat the fatigue after the heat stress. Anybody that says to me that they had a sauna this morning and they feel amazing today, like I feel so energized, is lying. Like, saunas really zap you out. They're amazing. They're incredible. I use sauna as well. But you're putting yourself under a lot of stress, and actually you do feel a little bit fatigued after sauna. So again, stacking PEMF therapy with sauna is just so incredible, and the benefits you can get from that. It's going to enhance the recovery and the relaxation. Together it's going to cleanse, recharge, and then rebuild after that session. PEMF therapy and massage. Massage releases tension, boosts circulation. PEMF works deeper at a cellular level, so it's further than the hands can reach, basically. We're going to be treating the cells. It's going to enhance the muscle recovery and relaxation, and it's also going to extend the benefits after that session as well. So what we typically see with a lot of massage therapy using low-intensity PEMF devices, they'll put the bed on top of a massage bed. The person goes on top, they're massaging them. Those low intensities you can't feel. So actually a lot of the clients, if you haven't told them, won't know that there's anything under there treating them. And that's a really good way of relaxing the body and releasing the tension in the muscles. Using a high-intensity device during a massage session is a really good way of giving your hands a rest. Any massage therapies in here will know that hands get fatigued pretty bad. People that do massage therapy for a long time often suffer with arthritis in their hands. You can use a high-intensity device to combat using your hands throughout the whole session. And people will feel the high-intensity devices, so it's something that you can add in. PEMF and nutrient absorption, another one that people just overlook completely. Nutrients only work when they reach your cells. So there's no point in taking 50 supplements a day if your cells are not ready to absorb those nutrients. PEMF, again, it increases the cell membrane potential. So separating those cells out, it helps to open the cell membrane channels. That helps detox the cells and it helps nutrients in the cell. We've seen PEMF therapy used with IV quite frequently. Again, you're not going to add any time to that session, and it's going to help with the absorption of the minerals. So it works alongside supplements, nutrition, fuels repair, recovery, and performance. PEMF sleep. So sleep is the biggest biohack. If anybody is sleeping 4 hours a night, then they are not a biohacker. You should be trying to get your 8 hours in, and also you should be doing deep, restful sleep. 10 minutes before bed with the right frequencies, because we can talk to you about that, losing a lower frequency at night will help with brainwave entrainment. So if you can put the PEMF device into delta frequencies, it's going to help you bring yourself down into sleep. This device has a night mode. You can actually put this under your pillow, like you can see here. So you can actually use it during sleep as well, and it will help you stay into a deep sleep. That's going to support deeper rest, reduces stress before sleep, and sleep just then becomes your ultimate biohack. So it's not just effective, PEMF therapy is not just effective on its own, but you can stack it with so many other different modalities. We've mentioned all these ones today, but there's so many more that it can work with and enhance. For some reason, all these clinics, biohacking centers, longevity centers seem to have all these biohacks, and a lot of them don't have PEMF, and I just can't get my head through it. So this is me trying to explain, get the notion out there that you need to be adding these in. My ultimate stack, and this is my limitless pill, is I get up, I do 3 minutes in an ice bath, I go from my ice bath into my sauna, then I go 15 minutes in the sauna, and I do PEMF, red light, and breath work for the next 10 minutes. It's like a 30, 40-minute session, so on your rest days, when you're not working out or training, you can do this, and it's like you see how you feel afterwards. You put your stress under the ice bath, the sauna, recharge afterwards with PEMF and the red light, and then the breath work, if you want to chuck that in there, that's just a bonus. Flood the body with oxygen. That day you will feel limitless, I promise you. Why Accelerate? Just a quick finish on this. We have a range of PEMF devices for all different needs. So if you want to use it for yourself at home, or if you want to use it in a longevity center, we have high intensity devices over here for more in the professional setting, lower intensity devices to use at home or stack with your biohacks. So again, like if you are using red light therapy every morning, it's a no-brainer. You need to add a PEMF device to it. If you want to take a deeper dive into PEMF therapy, I'm a host of the PEMF podcast, and that kind of is taking off. We've got kind of celebrities coming on there and all sorts of things now. It's like was just an educational tool. It's turned into this kind of biohacking network for PEMF therapy and all sorts of different things. So check out the PEMF podcast. We did film for a biohacking documentary on the Accelerate product, which is coming on Amazon Prime, hopefully early next year, so you can learn a bit more about the brand that way. We are here, we're at stand P2. We've got our full body biohacking package, PEMF and red light, that you can lock yourself in and use because you need to strip down for that one. And we've got a higher intensity device which you can jump on, and it's just a 5-minute session. So we don't have questions, unfortunately, at the end of this session, but come and find us. I'll be on the stand and just ask us any questions there. But thank you so much for listening.